Hello crafty friends, it's Jess from jesscrafts.com, and today I have a card for the latest Cat Scrappiness challenge. The March challenge is an inspiration photo that features a lot of pastel colors, and since I had just gotten a few new stamps in the mail, I really wanted to get to work using them and experiencing them, so I decided that I would just do my stamping in the inspiration colors. I'm working with the Sunny Studios Mylar Balloon stamp set, and it comes with a star stamp as well as a heart stamp, but I was going to combine it with the sparkle stamp set that I had just bought for them, which is like a very sentiment sort of stamp set, and I got the die that matches it, the die that says the word sparkle. All this picked up from Cat Scrappiness because she's gotten a lot of new stamps in lately, and I am starting by stamping the balloon with Squeezed Lemonade. Then I'm going to use Fossilized Amber and Wild Honey as my colors for the yellow. And I'm going to stamp 2 cards at once because when you take the time to line up these layering stamps, I prefer to be able to get more than one image out of it. And I know that if you're in the market for the stamp positioning tool and looking for a smaller one, Cat has the Tim Holtz stamp platform, the mini one. I believe it's still on pre-order. It might be in stock. Worth checking out if you've been interested in getting a stamping tool, as they are pretty helpful for, especially for images like this where you layer up the stamps. I'm going to also stamp a pink balloon, but I'm not going to show you the steps of that one again because it's similarly just, laying the images on top of each other. I did find this Sunny Studios stamp set to be pretty easy to layer on top of each other, pretty easy to line up, and I imagine it would be even easier if you didn't have a camera there and you were, I could lean right over it and not be worried about getting my head in your way, and that would make it just a little bit faster. But the pinks, I used Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick, and Picked Raspberry to create the pink balloon with the Tattered Rose, the lightest color, on the bottom, then going up to the darker color, the Picked Raspberry. The stamp set includes a couple of different strings, and at first they all look like straight lines, but because the stamps are really thin, you can curve them and make the balloon strings to be any shape that you are interested in. I decided to stamp them in the Distress Oxide Hickory Smoke rather than a black ink because I didn't want them to be too bold. This is going to be a 1-layer card. The stamping is directly onto the card, and I wanted to keep with the soft pastel-y colors from the image, so I'm not actually going to use any black at all. I'm going to stamp my sentiments in color as well. So that's why I chose to go with that light color for the balloon strings. And I'm going to be using Distress Oxide inks throughout this process just because I feel like they stamp really well with solid stamping and they have a very pretty color range. You can do a few interesting options with them. You could use dye inks to achieve a similar result, though. If that's what you have, use whatever inks, of course, you have on hand. But I like that the Distress Oxide inks work well for so many cool techniques, and then I can do lots of just great solid stamping with them. Here, I'm going to try to take advantage of their Oxide property to stamp them and then emboss over it and hope the embossing powder sticks to the oxides. I did find that this didn't give great results. It didn't stick solidly to it as if I had stamped it in Versamark. So I actually will use the stamp again, and I'll stamp it in Versamark, cover it again in embossing powder, and basically recreate that whole step. And the reason that I'm putting this clear embossing powder over the purple stamped areas is because I want to pull in that idea of sparkle. I guess it's more of a shine situation because it's just clear embossing powder, but I will add the sparkle at the end because, as you know, the Cat Scrappiness Challenge, you want to use something from Cat, and if I'm going to be having a card about sparkle, then of course I'm going to pull in some of Cat's wonderful sequins. Once I had those down, I was trying to decide how to pull in some more of the colors. Oh, here's where I'm stamping it again with the Versamark ink, just to be clear. I am making sure that it was totally dry because if it was still wet, then my stamp would squish right into that hot embossing powder and I could really ruin my stamp there. So just something to keep in mind. You'll also want to use an embossing powder bag because the embossing powder could stick to any of the distress ink that's still wet. And again, just to make sure that that distress oxide ink isn't still wet, you could dry off or, dry with a heat gun your images, the original 2 balloons. You also can see off to the side there on the right, I have the sparkle die cut out of a piece of paper that I covered completely in cracked pistachio distress ink, again with the idea of pulling in some more of the colors that are in the inspiration image. And I cut out 3 of them because that's what fit in my size there and not like my size of paper, but also because, as I mentioned before, I actually am creating 2 of this card. I'm just not showing all of the second card on screen to save some time, and I'm doing all the same exact steps with the second card. Except for that I did skip the embossing powder on the second one because I didn't think it added enough to the card to be worth all the extra steps of adding the embossing powder. Anyway, I have placed down, and we're placing down the Sparkle Sentiment. So this is a die that is sold separately from the stamp set, and it doesn't coordinate with the stamp set in the sense that it doesn't cut anything from the stamp set out. It cuts out a different sparkle word. The font is different. So that's important to keep in mind. Don't think that you're going to be able to cut out the large sparkle word from the stamp set, but instead you're getting a second font, which I think is pretty cool. But if you didn't want to buy the die separately, you could of course just stamp the Sparkle Sentiment in the same cracked pistachio ink and get the same results. Now, again, I'm going to go to my inspiration image and pull in another color, and I'm going to pull in a blue color. This time, I couldn't find quite the blue that I wanted in my Distress Oxide inks, so I went with a Lawn Fawn dye ink to stamp that Wherever You Go, part of the sentiment. So overall, it says sparkle wherever you go. And I wanted to find a way to incorporate some glitter and sparkle in a way that would still work well for donating cards, because a lot of times they ask for no glitter, as the children who are receiving the cards or the young adults who are receiving the cards could be they could be having some trouble breathing. They are in the hospital and they want them to stay healthy. So sometimes the glitter, even super fine glitter can be a hazard for them, essentially. So they kind of try to avoid it. They say no loose glitter. So the way I got around it was by adding the Irresistible Pico Embellisher from Imagine Crafts, and it's basically like glossy accents yet with glitter in it. So it really added a lot of dimension and shine to that word sparkle, and to make the word sparkle say sparkle, to me was a great idea. Then I added the same blue from the second part of the sentiment to a few areas, like to around the purple, and then I'm going to take my Snowflake Kisses sequins from Cat Scrappiness and add some more sparkle. I have avoided sequins sometimes in the past just because they could fall off pretty easily. I do use Zots a lot of times to hold them down because it's a stronger adhesive and it's a dry adhesive rather than trying to put some glue down, because I can find that fussy. And I do think sequins could be a potential choking hazard, but these, they go to children of all ages, and sequins actually have the hole in the middle, which, could potentially be helpful in that situation. Anyway, that's the inspiration image. If you like this card, please give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in more crafting tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to leave links to the challenge and all the products used in the video description below. Have an awesome day.